Alright guys, let's make a lot of gold, okay? So first things first, you're going to want to get yourself a fat luck set. Preferably throw some pearls into every single one of those items. I am running DexCon, which is the stats I run on most of my luck items, besides a couple of the jewelry items. And my bags, I also have luck on each one of them. I believe we're right around 36% luck with this setup. We even got the fire staff and the quest bow that both have luck on them, okay? Alright, and here's what one run's haul looks like. I believe we got about 19 weapons, something like that. Hundreds of refining reagents. Some jewels because I hit an orichalcum vein. And like 24 pieces of high watermark gear to sell. Also some red pigment, some alchemy reagents, some recipes, and crafting mods. Okay, all which can sell. Now let's get into the route. Alright guys, there are some important things I want to talk about before we get into it. Some route rules to live by, okay? And that's going to be watermark gear and chests is greater than supply crates, okay? If you're on a time crunch and you're just going to do like half a loop, you're only going to spend like 30 minutes. Definitely skip the little supply crates. Go straight for those elite chests, number one prio. Behind that is going to be those large chests. And then, of course, following that is going to be those small supply crates, giving you those tier 5 refining reagents, okay? But if you're doing loops, make sure to grab enough supply crates or gatherables along the way to burn an hour total by the end of your route, okay? And this is going to look differently every single time. Not every route is going to look the same. Crazy shit can happen out here in Shattered Mountain, you never know, okay? Rule number 2, use bow and light roll for speed, okay? There's a movement speed perk in the left tree of the bow. I forget the name off the top of my head, but it gives you 10% movement speed every time you roll, okay? Pretty simple, self-explanatory, okay? Rule number 3, keep 100 items posted in trading post at all times, okay? Keep that gear rolling. You're going to get so much gear, you're going to be storing it all in both your storages in Shattered Mountain, home porting back to either Everfall or Windsward, wherever you have your house, and just constantly listing the best items you have up for sale, and then getting back out to Shattered Mountain. This is how you're going to make a lot of coin, guys. Keep those items posted and keep running routes, okay? Rule number 4, use both those storages in the settlements, okay? With both storages and those drop-offs and posting items, you should never have issues with inventory space on your route, okay? Now I want to show you the route, and I wanted to do this live instead of just giving you an image because there's some things I want to talk about, okay? I like to port up and run straight over to this bear cave here. And depending on your setup, you might have a faster time killing the bear, or you might want to wait for him to go to sleep, and when he's asleep in the back of the cave, you can walk up to the left of the crate and just grab it, okay? From there, we're going to run over into this town. The large chest is in a room here. You should be able to just run in, maybe kill 1 or 2 guys, and grab the chest, okay? Then we're going to run over to this first town. And this is our first town that's going to look exactly the same as almost all of the towns, okay? It's going to be, I'm going to show you a clip at the end of me doing one of the towns. It's pretty copy and paste for all of them. You pretty much run in, up the stairs, along the sides, jump in through the back window of the house at the back of the town, jump back out the window after you looted the chest, back up the second stairs on the other side, and around. You'll see, okay? It's pretty much the same, rinse and repeat. So we hit this town. Then we come over here and we do our mines route, okay? We do a full mines route, grab all the elite chests, all the chests in here, all the gatherables you want. There's orichalcum, whatever you want to grab it all from the mines. And then we're going to loop out of the mines and we're going to head over to our next town. Then we're going to hit this town. There's usually a tent here. I'd like to grab the tent. And then we're going to go both these towns, okay? Then after that, we're going to jump out and we're going to run over to this town and hit this town. Much of the same. Okay, we're just grabbing chests, getting that watermark up, getting that gear to sell, giving us a chance to get very valuable items as well. Okay, I'm going to wrap around the back of this, grab these chests here, and we're going to loop into here for our last town. Okay, now preferably you gathered so much items along the way, all the supply crates, all the large chests, the elite chests. There's some red pigment outside of the mines, stuff like that, okay? Just gather whatever you want to gather, what sells well on your server, gather it all, burn an hour as much as you can, okay? Now, if you run into an issue where you're cruising along so fast that you have like 10-15 minutes to burn, I like to just run over here, There's a chest here in the waterfall. I grabbed that. I head up here. I grab this chest in the cave here. I jump down over here. I kill this named guy over here who can drop some decent items, and I grab his chest as well. And then you can always run over here and grab the chest as well. Okay. Now I only do this until my in recall is up. Okay, it's not these aren't worth it alone. They're too spread out. So as soon as your in recall is up, hit that button, port back, drop off the items, and start the loop again, guys. And that's how we're gonna make insane amounts of coin, and we're gonna farm that watermark up to the max. Okay. Now I'm gonna show you guys a couple clips how to do the town and how to do the mines. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys have a great day. Let me know if in the comments if you found some crazy items during this route and if it's working for you. All right. Peace, guys. Have a great day. All right, guys. I'm just going to guide you through how I do the towns. I should just have my luck bow out right now. I had the musket out because I ran out of arrows. That's pretty much it. I shall swap back to my bow at some point during this town. But you just run in. You run up to the right, you jump up on the stairs, and you find an evade spot. This can be anywhere. This can be behind the stockpile like here. Sometimes in the towns, the stockpile isn't right here. So you can just jump over the wall that I'm up against right now and jump onto the roof of the house that is in the middle there and just lay down behind the chimney and chill and wait for the mobs to reset. The idea here is, and you'll be doing this throughout this entire route, the idea is find an invade spot close to the stockpile, so then you're able to reset the mobs, jump back up, run over to the chest, and loot it before the mobs react, okay? The mobs won't react in time, they won't attack you in time before you loot the chest, and that's what we're abusing here. You can do this solo, you can do this in groups, whatever. Okay, let's just keep going along the route. We grab both our chests here. For the sake of time, I just wanted to show all the big boy chests, so I'm skipping a lot of the supplies, the little supply crates. They're also not selling very well on my server right now, so that is definitely a consideration when deciding on whether or not you pick up those items. See, here we go. Now I'm switching back my bow and my fire staff that both have luck on them. And now we're just waiting for the mobs to reset, and what we're going to do here is we're going to jump into the back window of the house. If you're having trouble with it, just aim for the second window from the right, if that makes sense. I know it's not a they're not different windows, but you should understand what I'm saying. Second from the right is what you're jumping towards, that square. Okay. Okay, so mobs reset, we jump up, jump in, grab onto the window, kill the one guy in here if we need to. This time doesn't seem like we need to. We're able to just run in, grab our stockpile. Unfortunate loot out of that, but we'll run out, jump back down, and now we're aiming to get back on these top sides here as well and grab what we can up here. This is typically the hardest part of the run, is these stockpiles here. So what I'll do is I'll grab all aggro of the mobs, try and move them around to where I want them, and I'm able to actually outpace them with the speed from the bow and the light roll, and make it back to the stockpile before they catch me. Okay, so I'm bringing them to the back of the house. Some of them wrap around the front, but it doesn't matter. We're too fast, and now we're just gonna Usain Bolt to the stockpile here and finesse our loot and jump out the window, like a true ninja. All right. So that's what the towns are gonna look like, and you rinse repeat this pretty much for every town. Okay, find the invade spot close to the chest, jump up, grab the chest. Move to the next chest, okay? That's what we're doing. Hey guys, there was just another thing I wanted to throw in. I thought it was really fun. You don't have to do this. I just think it's really cool and fun to do. I like to do it every time. So it's the Vehemence town. The first town you run up to after the mines. You just run up on the rock and you're able to burn out into the zone, into the town, and run up and just grab your stockpile and start the route that way. It's pretty fun. You don't have to do it. Alright guys, I'm just gonna take you through my mines route. I know a lot of people probably have their mine route up already, but I do some things, I'm sure I do some things a little differently than others, and this is what works for me. So I start by jumping up on the rocks here, wrapping around to the side and grabbing that supply crate. And we're just going to run up, head to our first evade spot. We're going to jump down and wait for mobs to reset. Hop back up. You can grab this platinum vein if you want. Typically you can grab this urn. And then we're just going to run to the crate, or the cave, jump behind the chest, and that's going to give us a nice little evade spot. If you want to be safe, you can just chill here and wait for the musketeer to run away, or you can find a timing. If you jump up and loot it right after he shoots, just like I did there, you have just enough time to grab it, but it's close to frame perfect there. As you can see, I'm skipping all those supply crates. Not interested in those on this round currently that I was doing. Typically, I will grab them all though. This is just for a demo. Now we're gonna run up to our first supply stockpile. Jump behind this here. It's a nice little evade spot. As soon as Big Boy resets, we can go ahead and grab it and hop down. And we see Big Boy resetting, so we grab our stockpile and jump down. Now we're going to run over to our next elite chest. So many different evade spots here. You can choose any of them up top of the stones. Where I am now, any of them work. Seeing much of the same. You just sit here and wait for Big Boy to reset, and this time the sniper was taking forever, so I just chilled. We got time to blow anyways, you know. We gotta hit that 1 hour mark, and this is just adding to that, right? So we just inch our way up behind the chest, finesse our chest, and head over into to the next one. Okay, so we got another Big Boy here. We're gonna jump up on the rocks behind him, and just wait for mobs to reset now. We're gonna hop back down and loot the chest. I got stuck this time, so you'll see me hitting that unstuck button to get back out of there. Okay, now we're gonna run into the cave. This one is as you can see, it's a little difficult to get solo sometimes, but the idea is pull Big Boy, wait for him to use his meatball ability, and then you can run. If you path perfectly, you can jump down behind the crate and grab it. You'll see what I mean by behind the crate coming up here in a second as I wrap back around. Fortunately, someone else was grabbing the brute. This is typically what you'll see. There's so many people in here that the brute is usually either dead or aggroed on someone else. You can jump down right back here behind it, grab it, finesse the loot, and keep running. We're not here to help other people kill that brute, right? We're here to make that cash. I randomly decided that I was going to grab that supply crate. Always I set my tent here. Sometimes I die. These spear guys will straight up two-shot you when you're in light, so anything can happen. You know, you lag out, whatever. We're heading to our next stockpile. It's gonna be down behind another sword Big Boy. You can actually just walk up behind him and just loot it. Simple as that. Don't even have to drop down next to it. Okay, now we're gonna head all the way to the back of the mines, I believe. These elite chests over here are on cooldown for me. There's one right here behind this Big Boy. You just basically kite him around like we did in the town, like I would do here, and you can just jump back down and loot it. But it was on cooldown still for me. And then there's another one in that cave up ahead here. I think I'm gonna go check it. I believe it's still on cooldown for me. No, it was not on cooldown for me. Excuse me. So what I'm gonna do here for this is just kite him around, grab aggro on him, pull him over here. Run up to the top of the entrance of the cave, hop down, run inside, and you'll have just enough time to loot the chest before they come back in. Grab that, and head on to the next chest. It's going to be right up here. This one's on cooldown for me as well, but I'm going to show you how to do it. I hop into the corner to reset, and you're able to just hop back over and grab the chest. Right here, boom, you grab it, and then grab his provisions. And now we're heading into the Leviathan cave. So we're just going to run in. I don't care about any of the supply crates from the right side, so I go left side, which takes me straight to where I want to be. I also passed some red pigment there. Definitely worth it to grab those. I should have. And just easy walk up, grab the alchemy stockpile and orichalcum. Got some mobs on me, so I had to just reset. I'll run back over, finish off the orichalcum, and then what you're going to want to do is go ahead and hop up behind Leviathan, and you're actually able to just drop down behind him and loot the chest. Simple as that. I think someone did end up aggroing him here, but you could have seen, you see I would have able to just walk up and grab it myself. And now we're going to head up to the last part of the mines here. Leviathan was going all crazy, so I jumped over to this evade spot. Typically, I just run up to the rocks like I'm about to in a second. I just hop up on these rocks, wait for Big Boy with the sword to reset, and I'll just drop down to the chest, finesse it, and then reset one more time, and then run over to the elite chest there that I just touched. It was on cooldown, so I left. Now we're gonna hop down behind another Big Boy and just finesse the chest. Sometimes there's an orichalcum vein there as well, and that's it for the mines. Now we head on to the next town and loop our route.